as we jump in today, guys, it's extremely important that our mindset recognizes this. Yeah, I'll say it again. It's extremely important that our mindset recognizes that time waits for nobody, that we don't get these days back, and that the time and the effort that we're putting in, we have to make sure that we get something out of. And so what I've come to learn, I have a quick movie clip for us, and then I have 3 affirmations from the movie clip. And it's about a 2-minute clip, but I felt like it was good to start with. And so before I play this clip, I want to give us just some background or information on this clip. So real quick, has anybody ever heard of a woman? Her name is Harriet Tubman. Yeah, I'm just looking for a couple people. Have you ever heard of a woman named Harriet Tubman? Yeah, come on, I'm looking for you in the chat. Just a simple yes or no. I know I don't like to assume. I know everybody might not have heard of Harriet Tubman. She's a famous woman. And you see, the thing that I love about Harriet Tubman is she reached a point in her life that a lot of us will never be able to reach. Yeah, when she started living for other people. Yeah, and why do I say that? Because I've come to learn, if we look at history, the people that are remembered are always the people that do stuff for others and not just for themselves. Right? Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Harriet Tubman. And so as I play this clip from a movie called Harriet about Harriet Tubman, I'm going to give us some direct affirmations from the movie, but I wanted to kind of frame it first. Because what blows my mind is watching this movie and the mindset that I want to get across from this movie is I need you guys to say to yourself, success or death. I know that sounds great. No, literally. Like what happens is if there's another option in your mind, your brain will take the other option. And so it's like, oh, success, but it ain't death. It's success or whatever. Guess what we're going to go with? But if we make it a life or death situation, I know it sounds crazy to say, but literally in my brain, I can't go to sleep because this is a life or death situation. I have to push. I have to stay up. But when you change your mindset to that, guess what happens? We don't have to wait 80 years. We don't got to wait 70 or 60. We know all we have is today. And so the mindset that I want you guys to have, that I want you to start adopting is, it is life or death. It is. Whether you want to admit it or not. Our success, our lives, the things that we're trying to do and accomplish, it's a life or death thing. And so watch this, guys, because it's a 3-minute clip, but I'm only going to show us about 60 seconds of it because we got to jump in for today. But I felt like this clip was important. I told you, because I be doing my study and my research. I take this thing serious. That's why I be telling you guys, this is like a university for real. Right, oh God, thank you, Father God, because I almost forgot to mention this to you because the curriculum that I have is now an accredited course, and so the work that you guys are doing, if you was in high school or college, guess what you could get for this? A credit. And so the thing that I love in personal development, I don't need a college or a high school to give me a credit for me to take something serious and get something out of it. I can treat this like a high school course, and I can start studying, and I can give myself a test. I can give myself homework. Why? Because I'm trying to master these different principles and things that we're learning. So without further ado, guys, the video of Harriet, and then we'll jump back in. Yeah, if your volume's down, turn your volume up. Sorry I didn't have us jump into our mirrors. I wanted to change it up a little bit.
Think about jumping. Suicide's a sin against God.
Come on back, peaceful.
Family's worried about you. Your mama's crying. Sister too. Come on home. Think about jumping. Suicide's a sin against God. Against those that own you too. Whoa, easy now. Easy now. And I've decided not to sell you after all. The fact is, I'd miss you. Now, you've been there all my life. Like your mama was all my daddy's. Daddy vowed never to sell your mama. And I'm vowing never to sell you.
So real quick, guys, I know this movie is a great movie, but the first thing that I have to draw our attention to, remember we talked about this, but the comfort zone. Here we see literally a slave and a slave master. And what the slave master is attempting to do is talk the slave back into poverty, talk the slave back into slavery, talk the slave back into that. Why? Because you're comfortable. Your mom's there. Your family's there. We've been taking care of your family for all these years. This is what you know. And remember, we're talking about goals when we say life and death. And so what happens is we do the same thing with our goals. We want something more. We know there has to be something better out there. But the second we start taking off running for it, it's like something chases us, like our environment just runs us down and says, won't you, don't you want to stay? Yeah, I know that you got tired, but I'm going to change. All right, come on. Sorry. I had to give us the first one.
You can come on back. I won't hurt you bad. You stay at home. Stay with John. Stay with us. Would you like that?
I'm gonna be free or die.
Come on. I hope you caught it. She said, "I'm gonna be free or die." Now you have the luxury of being free, but it's I'm gonna accomplish my goals or I'm gonna die trying. Come on, just say that to me. I'm gonna accomplish my goals or I'm gonna die trying. How? Her goal was to be free. How can we let a slave outwork us and we have all this opportunity? We live in the land of freedom. Come on, am I talking to anybody? I just get confused when I see and hear this stuff because it's mind blowing to me. Yeah, she said, I'm going to be free or die. And then some of us, we have the luxury of freedom and we're taking it for granted. Yeah, come on. Well, come on. We're taking it for granted. Oh, my God. Come on. Yep. Come on. I know.
God damn it, Victor!
Yeah, I'll spare us the theatrics. She made it. She made it. I'll spare us the theatrics. But the question that I have for you is what if she quit? But that's the third principle. You know the first one, you know the second one, the life or death. But the third one I have for you, just from that short movie clip, is what if she quit? Because what stuck out to me in this movie was Harriet Tubman had to escape slavery first herself before she could come back and begin to help others. And so what we learned is on the airplane the other day, I promise you, the airline stewardess came by and they looked at my wife and they said, "Hey, just a reminder, if something happens and that mask comes down, put the mask on yourself before you put it on the kids." My wife looked at me. We both told the person, okay. She looked at me and said, "These people must be crazy if they think I'll save myself before my kids." My daughter said, "Why would they tell you to do that?" And the realization is if you can't save yourself, both of us are going down. And so the airlines are looking at it as you take care of you before you take care of other people. And so the question is, if Harriet never was able to escape herself, and she was never able to get to that point herself, if her mindset stayed the same, think about how many slaves would have never got the opportunity. Hallelujah. And so as we jump in for today, guys, the biggest thing that I had to kind of drive this home because today's the last day of our mindset in May. And so I wanted to show you this clip because I need us to make a decision today that there's no going back. Yeah, just do me a favor. Just type that for me. Just type that for me. There's no going back. What does that mean, Tavon? That means Harriet Tubman escaped slavery, and from the moment she escaped, she was never a slave again. She was never a slave again. To the point she started helping other people become free. And again, we're just talking about mindset here. But once you're liberated, once you're free from that old mindset, that poverty mindset, that lazy mindset, that unproducing mindset, that insignificant mindset, once you're free from that, why would we ever go back? I know it was comfortable, but you broke away. Why would we do that to ourselves? And so it's important that if we're not going to do that, that we do a quick review and we see where we've grown at. And so for the next couple, I'll probably say about 7 to 8 minutes, I'm going to ask for your attention. I'm going to ask you to talk back to me a little bit, just to be sure that we're getting something out of this. And I know some people are busy on Saturdays. We all got stuff to do. So I'm really just looking for like 5 to 10 of us. But I just want to make sure that we didn't waste our time during this mindset of May. And so the question I have for you, the first question, I have 7 questions because, 7 is the number of completion, and this month is complete. But the first question I have for you is, how has your self-talk changed over this month? How has your self-talk changed over this month? And what you'll quickly recognize is all of these questions have to do with your mindset. Because if you can identify the answer to some of these questions, what we'll begin to see is that we've actually accomplished our goal of growth. Yeah, I didn't promise you that you'll join this community and you'll get rich. I didn't promise you that you'll join this community and you'll pass college with straight A's. But what I did promise you is if you join this community, you'll see some growth. Yep, come on. I'm just asking the first question. How has your self-talk changed over this month? If I'm being honest, I've always talked to myself, but I didn't realize I was always listening. And so now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to be more of an empathetic listener when I'm talking to myself. Come on, it's self-identification, but come on, just being honest, some of us still can't look in the mirror and identify our flaws, identify our limitations or our strengths. Yeah, and so because of the sake of time, I'm going to move on to question number 2, but as the questions go, I'm definitely going to be looking for, I said 5 to 8. And so the second question is, what's one habit or a routine that you've improved or started? Now, come on, what's one habit or a routine that you've improved or started? You know what? At the beginning of this month, I said I was going to start doing this, and now that you asked me, Tavon, I didn't even think about it, but I started doing this. I had this habit, and I've improved it double. Hey, come on, I'm looking for you. I'm just asking. I was struggling in my finances, and I'm not rich, but I told myself I want to save $200 by the end of this month, and guess what I got? 205. Come on, we celebrating all the wins. 1% is 1%. Better is better. But if we got to identify why, because this is where the growth happens. Yeah, if you can't identify your change, guess what? Yep, come on, that's where burnout, frustration. Huh? Come on. Do I got to start calling people out? All right, I got it. I know what I'll do. All right, the third question. What did you learn most about yourself this month, Justin? What did you learn most about yourself this month, Beverly? Come on, Raj. I got to start calling people. I'm looking for you in the chat. What did you learn most about yourself this month, Tayana? Toy? Come on, talk back to me. What did you learn most about yourself this month? This is question number 3. This is our personal development. This is our growth. This is our chance to review 31 days into this month, and we're at day 31 of 31. What did you learn most about yourself this month? Yeah, come on.
It sounds like you are reflecting on personal growth and
Oh, I'm
development.
sorry, Otter, stop.
Specifically on what you've learned about yourself during these 31 days. If you'd like, I can help summarize or capture your...
Please don't. I'm talking to the community. So let me keep going because Otter, see, you guys see what happens when you don't talk back to me? Otter, AI start thinking I'm talking to them. No, I'm talking to you guys. All right, come on, number 4. This one's personal. I told you as the questions go, I'm going to be looking for more people. So I just asked you, what did you learn about yourself this month? For question number 4, describe a moment you caught yourself in a limiting belief. And what did you do? Because if I could just be honest, I have these same problems. I fully believe in myself, but sometimes it's like, ooh, Tanika, I don't know how we're going to do that. Yeah, what if we just And I caught myself in that this month because it's like I'm trying to grow my businesses and I want to get a new truck for my lawn care and I want to get my wife a new car, but I'm trying to get some land and trying to buy. It's like, man, God, and God said, do you trust me or not? And so my mindset changed literally right there in that moment. Like, come on, I'm talking to you. What's a limiting belief that you had about yourself, about your life this month that's changed? How we've gone from limiting beliefs into empowering ones, from a fixed mindset into a growth mindset. And so if you can't identify it, it's okay. But if you can, guess what? That's evidence of growth. Well, I got three more questions. Three more questions. I'm just trying to give us some review, some reflection time. Come on, number five. How has your mindset impacted the way you communicate with others? Oh yeah. Come on. Come on. How has your mindset impacted the way you communicate with others? Because if I can just be honest with you guys, there's some people that signed up for some one-on-ones and they're not in the community. They didn't have the mindset. But my heart is a heart to help. And I prayed about it and God said, make them sign up. And so my mindset has changed to I'm just trying to help anybody. And so I have to see if you're serious. And I can tell if you're serious if you get on Change You and you're consistent. Why? Because the people, my community, my family, you guys are serious about this. So I can't waste my time with other people. A mindset shift. A mindset shift. I used to think I was in this by myself. Now I realize there's other people that depended on me. A mindset shift. I used to think I could do it all by myself. Now I realize I can develop a team. A mindset shift. I used to listen, and when somebody say something to piss me, oh, I'm sorry, to make me angry, then to frustrate me, I just go off. Now I think about what I say. A mindset shift. Come on, I'm just looking for you to identify. Yeah. I don't know if I've ever told you this, but identifying your habits is part of personal development. It's part of growth. All right, so come on, I got to keep going. I'm running out of time. Number six. And what areas in your life do you feel the most internal growth? Yeah, I love this question because internal growth isn't evident. Yeah, like if you pick up some muscle, I can see that. If you gain a little bit of weight, I can see that. But if you read a book and the book changes your life, that's internal. I can't see that. And so, question number six: and what areas in your life do you feel the most internal growth? Yeah, but in what areas in your life do you feel the most internal growth, Mom? In what areas in your life do you feel the most internal growth, Ani? When I got to call on people's name, Miss Maribel. In what areas of your life do you see the most growth, Michelle? Come on, Ed, talk to me. Yeah, come on, internal though. Watch this, internal. Like I used to say that I love on people, and then I realized very quickly I be angry at people. I don't be loving on them. Right? Come on, internal growth, the growth that people can't see. Come on, I'm waiting on you. I know I'm running out of time, but I got time for this. Yeah, come on. I don't beg for money. I beg for participation. Come on, I beg for your personal growth. Come on, talk to me. Yep, come on. I see us. I see us. Hallelujah. If you can identify it, that's why we're doing this. And then the last question I have for us, guys. Again, this is just a quick review because this is our mindset of May. And so if we went through 31 days and nothing's changed, well, then nothing's going to change. But question number seven, how do you see yourself differently now than you did at the beginning of the month? Come on, this is the last question. How do you see yourself differently now than you did at the beginning of the month? What the mindset changed. At the beginning of the month, I used to think that I wasn't good enough. I couldn't. And now I realized that I was just defeating myself. My mindset reminded me that all these things that I tell myself aren't true. Every thought is not true. It's not facts. My mindset told me that I've learned a lot of information. What's changed? What's the biggest change that you can see? How do you see yourself differently now than at the beginning of the month? Come on, I'm going to give us some time and I'm going to close this thing out. Yeah, come on, mindset. There's no way we spent 31. Let's think about this, guys. 31 days together. Over these past 31 days, every morning, it's been 30 minutes. And so 31 times 30 is 900. And so if we've been spending over 900 minutes together, you can't tell me to have one out of those 900 minutes, one thing hasn't hit you to help change your mindset. Well, that's That's what I'm looking for. So look, I got to make sure that we didn't waste our 900 minutes together. Because what's going to happen is in June when we jumpstart, God's going to bless us, and hopefully all of us can see another 900. But what's the point of these minutes if we're not using them? If we're just wasting them? And so I see us. I'm waiting for one or two more people to identify how they see themselves differently. Like the biggest change that you've experienced, and I want to pray us out. But as we close this month, what I can't let us do is enter June without seeing a change in May.